Hello everyone. I got a sort of new beer from Trillium. It's the Fens. I guess they brewed this when they opened their Fenway location, I believe. For the first time, it was like last year. They say it's part of their Emerald Necklace series. But when I looked up the ingredients online, it looked like it was very similar to their Street series. In terms of malting, like the exact same stuff. Maybe they use, I think maybe it said they use raw pale malt, which is like a specific company, I think. Not just generic two-row. Otherwise, it was wheat. I guess instead of white wheat, it was flaked wheat, I think. But then they use Crystal 15, like they use in all the street beers and everything. This is 7%, so it's a little bit lower alcohol in the Street series. And it uses Mosaic and Galaxy. I think the only other beer that features Mosaic and Galaxy to just as a duo together that they make is Headroom. So there you go. I'm not sure if it uses Columbus though, because Headroom and the Street series and a lot of their beers use Columbus as a bittering hop. That looks pretty good. Definitely paler than their Island series and some of their other newer series they've started. Are rather brown looking, and the head looks okay too. Quite hazy, but quite pale. Yeah, it really looks like a good batch of Fort Point or Congress Street or something. Smells pretty good too. I've had quite a few off batches of Trillium's hoppy beers this year. So I'm glad that this one is panning out. Yeah, that smells really nice. Sometimes I get tired of Mosaic and Galaxy separate, but together, the way it works for Trillium is just really nice. I really like this year's batch of Headroom, actually. And this just smells like a smaller, almost juicier Headroom. It's very big on the peach. And the Galaxy is not giving too much menthol greenness in the nose like I get a lot from Galaxy. Maybe a little bit of pineapple, but I think these two hops just kind of balance themselves out really well. It's like all the greenness and unripe tropical fruits are balanced by the spiciness and the very sweet peachiness you get from Mosaic. Yeah, that smells really nice. Very, very juicy, like real juice. Low on the esters, that's how Trillium generally is. Yeah, that smells so good that I'm spilling it. Not as sweet as I thought it would be. Not necessarily a bad thing. Got a little bit of a chalky texture thing. This is also ultra fresh. This was canned 8 days ago. Yeah, a little tinge of hop burn maybe. We'll see how it continues through several sips. Almost a soft body, but it's a little prickly and a little chalky, but not taking away from the fruit character. It's still like peaches and cream. Though those harsher elements are letting it dry out well, but lingering peachiness. And the finish is quite dry, especially for a Trillium beer. And maybe there's an extra toasty, not quite nuttiness to it. I don't really know though. That's most Trillium beers is just like, this is beer, there's malt in this, really? Because I just never really get a lot of malt notes from their beers, which is why I was so kind of nearly obsessed with them back 5 years ago when I was starting to drink them a lot. But this is pretty good. This is somewhat impressive. And I like the Mosaic Galaxy combo. And it's just a little bit coarse on the feel. It's pretty low in like IBU bitterness, I feel like. But there is that chalky note for sure. And now my throat's warming up a little bit. Not super off-putting, but maybe it'll mellow out after sitting for another week or two. And it does give some headroom-like notes, which is awesome. The chalky thing is turning a little bit into like a charred scallion-y thing I get from the Mosaic. That's not my favorite, but overall, I definitely like this beer. Yeah, I think it just clean up the mouthfeel a little bit, but I don't know if Trillium, they're just making things on such big batches. Just the consistency doesn't seem to be there. But I would recommend this one, 910 batch. Maybe, I'd give it close to a 4.25 maybe. I might actually blend this with maybe a softer IPA. But they do pull off a lot of fruitiness for a dry little package. Bye-bye.